So this is my video on formal presentations and what you should do and probably what you shouldn't do in order to have a formal presentation. From my point of view, a formal presentation is any type of presentation where you have to talk to a somewhat large audience. I mean, it could be up to like 5 or more people. It can be, maybe 10 if you're in a small business versus if you're, let's say, at like a science convention or something where you have like a new disease prevention control. You're talking to like hundreds of people who are scientists and doctors and other people like that. And you just want to make your storyline relevant to what your audience is and what you're talking about. And also, trying, like, the biggest part I think is having like a story coming into your speech, because that way, like, even if they're not entirely sure what you're talking about, if you have the story, people are really gonna be like, hey, I get it. You can bring in, they'll have their experiences versus your experiences and kind of combine them together. You want to leave, like, the story is really good. I think a funny story is even better. I was watching a TED Talk, which I feel is a formal presentation, and those are really good things to watch to help with these kinds of videos. And the lady was talking about teaching, and she had like a story about like teachers and how the children and the teachers were, and it was just funny. And I feel that most people would see that, in a better light and be able to not communicate it better, but to bring it together and kind of go with like what the actual formal presentation is about. Visual aids, if you are able to do that. Sometimes you don't, sometimes you do. Like PowerPoints or any other fancy type of, presentation. Signs maybe. You also, I think a good thing is to look at different people in the audience, look over here, look over there, and see where people are. I also think that it is a good thing to be prepared. Right now I feel a little bit nervous and I'm probably talking a lot, so that's probably not a good thing to do. But I think that it's just, I've never really done this mostly in presentation form with video or talking to other people, although I think maybe talking to other people with actual people in front of me would be easier. But for now I need to practice this, so this is my formal presentation tips and tricks.